Brock Purdy, he's now throwing 3 times per week. Shanahan saying he's on pace with his rehab. We're still not sure if he'll be back by week 1. And that's a concern for any 49er fan because right now they have Trey Lance and Sam Darnold are splitting first-team reps every other day, it seems.
Good luck in the Steel City week 1 with those bums.
Yeah. So they've been splitting first-team reps. George Kittle actually came out and said that Lance has really progressed from where he was last year. The quote was, I think Trey looked significantly better than he did last year. His confidence is there. He's throwing good passes. I think Trey, he just looks comfortable back there. He doesn't look like then he paused. He looks like he's just having fun. So it was a little bit of a hesitant comment there, a hesitant praise from Kittle, but he didn't want to say that Lance didn't look good last season,
but he did. Everyone knows.
But he did, and we all know that. So apparently they're splitting reps. And my opinion on this whole 49ers situation, because I do think that that's the most interesting team to watch this entire offseason, and they've been that way for now 2 or 3 years in a row with their quarterback situation. I think that if Brock Purdy isn't good to go by, I don't know, week 4 or 5, like if he can't come back at full health, I think they can kiss their Super Bowl hopes goodbye. And I know that a lot of people are going to say, yeah, but their defense is so good. We've seen what Shanahan has done before. When he came in last year, Purdy, after Garoppolo got hurt in week 13, that offense totally transformed. They were scoring, I think, 30 points in 5 out of the 6 games he played. He came in and had a complete control and did things that no other quarterback that they had earlier in the year was able to do. So I'm very concerned for them if he can't come back healthy. But if he is able to, then obviously they're one of the top 2 contenders.
Well, yeah, if Brock Purdy's back by week 5 or 6, you have the talent around your quarterback, whoever it may be, to be 2-2 or 3-2 or even 2-3. Then you get him back at 2-3, and you're all systems go.
What's so weird about this situation, though, is that you're really high on him, right, Andrew? You love
number
Purdy.
9.
Yeah, he was number 9 on your list if he's healthy, which, I mean, some people had him up there in the top 12 or 13.
He's a stud.
But what's crazy about it is we're only going off of 6 or 7 games here, maybe 8, including the playoffs. So, yeah, some people have the opinion of, oh, you can tell when you can tell. And, like, we know he's going to be really good. But then you look at from the other angle, it's like, well, now teams have a whole offseason to prepare. He's banged up a little bit. It's one of the weirder quarterback situations. And I know the 49ers have had a lot of strange situations over the past few years with quarterbacks. But this one is one where it's like, I don't know. Even if this guy comes back, is he going to be as good as he was? Sometimes you just catch lightning in a bottle. Ziggy, what do you think about that?
Coming back from arm surgery is always tough, right? Fortunately, you didn't have to do the full Tommy John, but they did have to repair damaged ligaments in his arms. Mm-hmm. So even once you start throwing, right, it can be a long time. If there's anything we know about being a quarterback in the NFL, it's that getting a good rhythm, getting reps, getting synergy of your guys is important. But I do think, like, the 49ers got the message last year, and you can see it from Deebo Samuel, right? They knew the offense was anemic. They knew they weren't able to get things done. Mm-hmm. With Shanahan and the back cooking, I think once Purdy comes back, and I think it'll be pretty early, the start of their schedule is pretty soft. I don't think there's a whole lot for them to worry about here. What you have to worry about is that back half of the schedule. You have to worry about the offensive line play. But yeah, if Purdy's not there and they're deciding between Lance and Darnold, and no matter what anyone says, if you're splitting first team reps between them, that means you're not sure who your quarterback is. You got to feel a little bit nervous about that.
Yeah, there's always that concern with a sophomore slump as well. RG3 was great his rookie year.
Got hurt.
He's out there, he's gonna be awesome.
Then he tore his
got
ACL.
hurt, and then he's out of the league. Mm-hmm. So you never know. We've obviously seen that Brock Purdy has what it takes to play in the NFL and be a very good quarterback. But now, second year, coming off an injury, more of a target on his back. We'll see if he can do it again for this upcoming season. I'm on board, but I'm not there yet.
Do you think he's the most important player on that team? More than Bosa, more than McCaffrey?
I think quarterback.
Naturally, that's the way it is.
The most important player is Shanahan. As long as they have him, they'll be in the NFC divisional round every single year.
No, Lance.
They have Shanahan, they'll be fine. That's why this is.
Can they compete for a Super Bowl with Lance and
if they
Darnold?
have Shanahan, yes.
Okay, so you see them as a legitimate contender. Like, you can see them hoisting the trophy.
They're my favorite to play the Jets in where's the Super Bowl?
Regardless of Vegas.
In Vegas.
Regardless of Purdy.
You think Sam Darnold?
Purdy will be back in
I think he will as well. But I'm saying, like, do you Do you have any confidence in Darnold?
Yeah, Sam Darnold can
Lance?
turn around, hand the ball off, and throw screens at Deebo Samuel. That's all you got to do.
Okay, no, I mean
That
some
sounds
people
fair.
think
And then they
that's
have
what
those
it is.
animals on defense where they won't let
defense
up
is
more than
what?
20 points at home ever.
Okay, so you're a believer no matter what. The rest of us seem to be a little reserved.
I think a quarterback is insanely bad.
No.
He's the most important player on the team outside of including
Well, he'll be
McCaffrey.
there. So I'm not. I mean, he'll be there by week 8.
Yeah, it's
and if he is,
we'll see.
And he's good.
We'll see what happens. Ziggy, any closing thoughts on the 49ers before we go over to Detroit?
I think the 49ers just have to hope Purdy's back as soon as possible because seeding really matters in the NFC, right? There are probably only going to be 2 or 3 teams, but I do not want to go on the road to Philadelphia. We saw how that played out for them last year. I get Purdy got hurt, but getting home field advantage, getting that 1 seed, getting the bye is critically important. So they can't afford to have him miss any time if they want to be in the pole position for the Super Bowl.